BP. How do I hold this, man? Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another sick Monkey London car review. We've got my main man, Craig.
Hiya.
Fist bump. This is Craig's pretty unique Ford Capri, but it's not a normal Ford Capri, is it?
No.
It's got a pretty special engine in it. Come and show us what it's got in here now, man. This is pretty goddamn special. It's the first Ford we've ever had on the channel, and it's the first Capri we've ever had on the channel, and it's the first Capri we've ever had with a 2J. Right, so talk me through this 2J, Craig. Originally this car came with a 1.6,
Yep. 70
horsepower.
Yep.
How many horsepower is now?
Don't know 100% because I've never had it on the rollers, but...
Start with a 3?
Yeah, it's a BPU spec engine, so
Yeah.
it's probably going to be
That's
360, 380.
And it's still on the original stock twin turbos.
Twins, yeah.
So this engine originally came from
Supra.
a Supra.
Yeah, it's a genuine Supra.
Genuine Supra dump, because the 2J also came in things like the Aristo, yeah, and a few other cars like that. So you bought this as a complete car originally, but obviously with a 1.6.
Yeah, it was complete. It had just been sat in the field for about 2 years, so it was a bit of a wreck when I got it.
Yeah, and then you obviously sourced the 2J.
Yep.
And you got Mike at good old M&M Engineering to give you a hand to do a bit of an engine swap.
Yeah. Here.
What gearbox is this running? It used to have a W58.
It did.
What happened to that?
That blew up. Yeah, left that on the floor.
Were you doing a dug it?
No, I wasn't actually. I changed from third into second. It's a pretty disappointing.
Ah. And then, so what are you running now? R154?
R154.
And touch wood, no problems thus far.
Seems to be pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, cool. You've got a custom aluminium radiator.
It's a JZX90 aluminium radiator.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
So there's quite a bit of JDM on this car.
Yeah, it somehow fitted like straight in there. It's an Ford Sierra RS500 front-mounted
intercooler. So if we look down here, you guys can see the front mounts, pretty sizable.
Yeah.
K&N air filter.
Yeah,
What about injectors, stock injectors?
Yeah,
That's standard ECU.
Yeah.
Fair play, man. What about fuel system, fuel pump? Right, yeah, you have got a proper little fuel system going on, haven't you?
Pickup pump into the swell
pot.
Bosch pump. I did originally have like a classically like a fuel pump to lift it up, but the swell pot kept emptying.
Yeah, I see.
It uses so much fuel.
Yeah. Craig's obviously a bit of a music fan. We've got I haven't had stereo in my car for a while. That's a 12-inch, right? Craigie, start her up, man. Let's hear some 2JZ goodness.
Fail.
Take 2. Sounds so good, man. Let's just run through the body. It seems to be a lot wider than a normal Capri.
Yeah, it's a Fibre Sports X Pack rear arches, front arches and front splitter. This is a fiberglass like alternative.
Ah, I get you. Brembos in the front?
Yeah, 4-pot Brembos.
What about the back?
Still got the drums on the back.
You got drums, that means it's really good at handbrakes.
Yeah, shout at me.
And what wheels are you running?
They're XXR 527s.
Yeah. Let's have a quick little look in the interior, Craigie. Mamba fixed bucket seats, harnesses to keep you safe for any John action.
Yeah, exactly.
We've still got full interior in the back, which is nice to see. Sunroof. Common thing on a Capri to have a sunroof?
Yeah, most of them have.
Oh, they do have them.
It is nice in the summer.
Yeah, I love
so
sunroofs, man.
Yeah,
Just gives
so
you,
good.
when it's nice and hot, just open the top up, it's lovely. What are all these gauges here?
So we've got oil pressure, a wide band air fuel ratio, boost.
Oh, how much boost are you running?
I've
got to ask you.
It depends on how cold it is outside, but about 14, 15 PSI.
So about just over a bar, just around about a bar of boost.
Every now and again it hits the factory boost cut on a cold night.
So it's still got fuel cut basically.
Yeah.
Over here we've got engine start, push button.
Yeah, push button start.
What are these 3 little bad
So
boys?
you've just got your ignition to fire up the ECU, that's the fuel pumps, and then electric fan on a switch. So
cool.
Get stuck in traffic, just
Yeah,
flick it on.
and like the sort of toggle switch, it's a bit sort of like fighter pilot-y.
Yeah.
Quite cool, man. And you've got a little GPS, is that a speedo?
Yeah, it's a retro
like retrofit speedometer.
rubbish. Yeah, it's just useful to have when you're on the M25.
Yeah, so you can slow down for them speed cameras basically.
That's the one, yeah.
Momo steering wheel.
Yeah.
And a rev counter over there. What does it rev to?
7.2.
7.2. Yeah. Obviously, what if you get like a sort of standalone ECU at some point, you could probably change it.
You can raise it up. It is a raised rev limit. It's a Mines ECU as opposed to it's a slightly tuned one.
Okay, fair play.
So it is I think the original one's a 6,800.
One thing I've noticed, what the fuck is that, Craig?
It's just a really shitty heater.
Oh, it's a heater?
Yeah.
What did you originally pay for the car when you bought it?
£600.
600 quid when you bought it?
Nothing, yeah, super cheap.
Now even the sort of dodgy shell goes for what, big money?
Yeah, you're looking at sort of like a okay shell, you're looking at about 3 or 4 grand.
So 600 quid for the car, a couple of grand for the 2J. What does it cost additionally to get you to this point?
The bodywork was the biggest cost because I did want it to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
So I paid the money to get it
done
done
properly painted, yeah.
Yeah, Andy sorted me right out on that. But then we've got obviously fabrication, and I've broken gearboxes, pedal box, brakes, all the lines, and it just all adds up. So you're probably looking in excess of 20 grand spent on the car.
I hope Craig's missus isn't watching this. Could have got married. Are you married?
Not married.
You got kids?
Not kids.
Not yet. Well, it's because he spunked it all in a Capri. How much did it cost to source the 2J?
I sourced the 2J quite a while ago now, probably 3 years ago. So
back when they weren't, there wasn't 2J
relatively
tax.
cheap.
Yeah.
But it was still over 2 grand for the engine and ECU, all the wiring, loom and everything.
And did you source that through Mike at M&M?
No, there's a guy in Leicester called Kieran from Extreme Performance. He breaks Supras quite a lot.
Right.
I don't know if he does it anymore.
But he had a spare lump at the time and you went and bought it.
6 of them at the time, yeah. So I drove all the way up in a trusty Ford Mondeo and pulled it back in there.
Doing a wheelie all the way back. When I used to go to school as a kid, my mate's mum had one of these. She had a Brooklands one.
Yes.
Is that right? Was it a 2.8?
2.8, yeah.
2.8.
Like the really last special edition they did before they stopped making the Capri.
Was that the biggest engine they ever put in one of these?
No, they did do a 3 litre back in early days, and that was like a 3 litre S. That wasn't fuel injected though.
Anyway, that's enough jibber jabber for 5 minutes. We're going to hit the road. I'll give you guys my impression. John might have a little go. We can't go too mad because she's an old girl. Craig's put a huge amount of time into this. Yeah, let's do it. Right, here we are in the Dragon's Den. Looking a bit nervous, Craig.
A little bit nervous.
How long have you been building this car? Wait.
3 years.
How do I undo these belts?
Yeah.
I'm fat.
No, you're not a fat.
Run me through the start procedure.
Key on to ignition 2. First switch up, second switch up, then the magic button.
Well, let's hit the road and see what she's all about. Yeah, man, Jesus. Is it a live rear axle?
Yeah, well, it's obviously on the leaf, so it's doing this.
Yeah, man.
That's what you can hear.
Crazy, isn't it? I'm just going to do a little first gear pull for you guys. This car's so fucking lively, man. I'm actually quite surprised. I didn't think it'd be quite that quick.
Yeah, like I say, it's because of how it's geared as well. I spent hours and I spoke to a company.
Getting all the diff ratios correct.
To got my ring and pinion is like absolutely suited.
Sounds weird because this is coming out of a Capri, man, and not a Supra. What was the idea behind this car when Ford built it? Obviously they tried to sort of build something a bit sort of like muscle car-y to sort of compete with like American stuff.
Yeah, it was like almost like a British Mustang sort of thing because of the looks. I think their advertising thing was something like the car you've always promised yourself. I don't know what they meant about that because it only had a 1.6.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool though, man. When you originally got the shell, was it rusty?
Yeah, it was fucked.
Was it really need a lot of welding?
Lots of welding. Yeah, inner seals. All the wings were shot. Luckily, I was planning on X Packing it, so that didn't matter too much. The only thing that was good about the car, believe it or not, was the floors, and it had been sitting in a field, so I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, because obviously once you start getting weeds and plants growing up, you get a lot of like moisture.
The floors were absolutely solid, chassis was solid, so the inner wings and around the top of the sunroof, where the drains go down, they'd obviously got clogged up and it had just eaten its way through.
Yeah. Where did you source the gearbox?
Mike Marshall again. He's done absolutely everything on this car for me.
Big kudos to Mike, man. I haven't seen Mr. Marshall for a while, actually.
Big kudos. Sorted me out good and proper.
That's where I originally met you, because I went to go to Mike's to buy some tyres.
Yeah.
And this was here.
It was.
He was doing all the, I think he was doing the engine mounts.
Engine mounts, exhaust, brake lines, while it was down there.
Maybe if we suck up to Mike enough, maybe he'll let me come and do a review on his 1JZ Bimmer.
Yeah.
Was it 36 he's got?
It is, 36.
What are the offsets on these wheels?
EC0.
Because obviously with the X Pack, it's quite a bit wider. There's no spacers.
Massive spacers.
You got spacers.
Massive spacers.
Right, I didn't see it when I was looking. And it's all original standard drive shafts.
No, it's got uprated shafts in it.
From what?
They're uprated Capri shafts again from Quake.
And they're actually like a sort of aftermarket thing from Quake.
Yeah.
And what clutch is it running?
It's a 4-paddle ACT.
Okay, because it seems quite sort of user-friendly.
It's not too bad,
no.
Considering the car originally was cable clutch and it's been converted to hydraulic. With the W58 it had a comp clutch in it, and that was horrible. It was really heavy.
On and off.
Yeah, I mean, but that wasn't a paddle clutch, that was only a stage 3. But it was really bitey. But with this one, it's quite grabby, but it's pretty easy to drive.
And it holds the power fine.
Yeah, this is it, and it should hold more when I eventually do
add a bit more power. Yeah, fair play, man. So exhaust system, is it 3-inch?
No, I would have liked to have had a 3-inch, but the problem with underneath a Capri is space.
Yeah, so obviously what do you want, 2.5?
Yeah, it's 2.5, and then it gets over the rear axle, and then it goes to a 3.
Goes to a 3-inch. Fair play. What does your dad think of the car?
Loves it.
What's your dad drive?
He's got a Focus ST.
He's got a Ford.
Yeah.
Ford family.
Whole Ford family.
Respect for. My dad. Anyway, me and Mr. Craig are nearly back at the farm. I want to say a massive thanks to Craig for entrusting me, one of 3 people, to drive his beast. Really appreciate it, man. Craig's actually got an Instagram account just down here, 2JZ Capri. So if you could give Craig a follow, we'd really appreciate it. How many are you on now?
I haven't checked. Quite a few.
1,000, wasn't it, something?
Oh, less than that.
Oh,
I'm not that popular.
Well, let's try and get Craig a bit more popular. Let's see if we can get him up to 1,000 followers on Instagram. So if you give him a follow, really appreciate it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's the first Ford we've ever had on the channel. Make sure you give us a like, put any comments down below. I'll do my best to get back to you, and we will see you very soon for the next Monky London car review. Peace.
Shake.